Oh, here we go, baby. Here we go. Right here on the coffee inspired, fueled Shark Nation, Borders, Language, and Sharky, where I'm probably doing a review here of the greatest band of all time. Times, plural. Time, space, the universe, here on the Shark Nation. Clark the Shark, 1-800-449-8255, the Shark Doodle Doo, the Sharkalima Ding Dong, baby. And my favorite band, maybe not, you guys, I'm not sure. Cheap Trick, the debut album, 1977. Now, when you listen to this album, you guys, it's basically punk rock. It is, but no. Confusing. And I love that. I love shit that doesn't know what the fuck it is doing or wants to do. Like me, Clark the Shark, my music online on the internet, I think is so popular because it is confused. I don't have a genre. I do many things: curveballs, sliders, change-ups, knuckleballs. I'll do a polka song, you guys. I don't care about being cool. Tattoos, they are banned on the Clark the Shark show. Drugs, just coffee, baby, and maybe sleeping pills at night. So there's no drugs, no tattoos here. If you have a tattoo or drugs, I will make a boiling pot of the hottest coffee and pour it all over you. And then drag you kicking and screaming off my show. If you're like that guy in Blink 182 or any guy like that, you're just fucking toast. You're out of here. Tattoos are not welcome here at the Clark the Shark show. And being cool is not welcome. You have to be a fucking retard, reject, douchebag to be here at the Shark Nation. Borders, language, and Sharky, where uncool, baby, is the rule. And I love it that way, you guys. It keeps me all alone, isolated, insular. I'm not even sure. Isolation, I know that's a word. Insular. Somebody said once up in the South Bay, Redondo, Torrance, that Sharky, you're insular. I'll have to Google insular to see what that word means or what that is. But I know that Cheap Trick are definitely insular here on the Clark the Shit show. And this first album is confusing. Like, these guys did something wrong here. And it isn't as good as the Cheap Trick later. And yet it has something that the band never had ever again after this album. This is raw, uncut. I don't know. Some people call it dark. I don't think that's the word. It's pop, garage, punk rock, new wave, indie, a little metal, a little hard rock. They're shooting out of the cannon here with something, you guys. You just got to hear it yourselves. Me, Clark the Shark, I loved it. But I would love, of course, what this band would later become. That being said, people in the South Bay, Torrance, Redondo, Hermosa Beach say Clark the Shark loves Cheap Trick, and GE wanted to be Cheap Trick. I don't think so, you guys. I think that's overrated and misguided or something, or misses the mark. I mean, come on. Look at Bun E. Carlos on drums. Chain smoking, which is something I, Clark the Shark, frown upon. And then Rick Nielsen is like, I don't even know what he is. He's not from Earth. He's from Neptune or like Uranus or something. He's not even from our solar system. I'd say he's from Mars, but no. I don't know where the fuck the guy. He's definitely off a UFO, if ever there was one. And the other two guys. What's sad about this band is when they promoted them in the early days, they just showed the two guys, Xander and the other dude, and then the back of the album would have like Bunny, Carlos, and Rick, and you. For a Cheap Trick fan, it was confusing. I'll just leave it at that right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Now, in some weird ways, plural, this album is like one of my favorite albums or something, or the inspiration for GE. Sure, you guys. I mean, Hot Love. A lot of these songs are, they're short or something and they go like nowhere. Like you listen to this album and, He's a Whore is really good, track 3, but like, I mean, Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace. That's like me, Clark the Shark. Dude, the Ballad of TV Violence, might be one of the greatest songs by this band. I don't know. I'm not the only boy who says that. Me, Clark the Shark. Hello, kitties. Side 2, of course. Awesome. And just like Sharky, Daddy should have stayed in high school. This is kick-ass garage rock. 10 years after 1966, that scene in America where, the Count 5, the Music Machine, and all that, the Standells, were all in garages trying to make raw rock and roll. And then I guess the Doors came out of that scene. And you could make an argument like the Who and the Kinks were swirling around that scene, maybe not in it, but like guiding it or something. But Taxman, Mr. Thief, I, Clark the Shark, love that song. And Cry Cry. I think Rick Nielsen is like a hidden like Republican too, like Trump supporter kind of guy. I'm not sure there, but Mandicello, awesome. If you want to hear garage melodic punk rock, you guys, this isn't metal or it isn't even rock and roll. It's definitely punk new wave. And they never did another album like this. This is raw in a garage, yet polished. Very confusing. You can tell it's like, I don't know if it was self-produced, but it sounds like they just went in a garage, but they had really good recording equipment, and they recorded in a garage, you guys, with really top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art recording shit. It's not garage rock. It's too polished for that. And yet it is. It's they weren't ready yet on this album, you guys. And yet, in some weird way, they were never more ready. And never, ever again did they rock like this. The debut. The first album from Cheap Trick. Not a lot of hit songs or catchy, super catchy shit. And yet, listen to this album and over a few times, and it will become your favorite Cheap Trick album out of all of them by far. And it won't even be close. Me, Clark the Shark, I had every album and I scrutinized them. I carefully analyzed them. I like them all. And then a lot of people, in Torrance are like, let's get Clark the Shark's opinion on everything first, since he's the fucking expert on like molecular biology, physics, civics, and rock and roll or something like that. But yeah, everyone comes to me like I'm the Cheap Trick expert, me, Clark the Shark. And I'm really not, you guys. I love the band. I had all the albums, I played them all the time. And there was always something about this band that was wrong or something. Like they didn't have, to me, Clark the Shark, here on the Shark Nation, borders, language, and Sharky. Or you guys can call me Shark Wiener. I don't care. I don't have a podcast. I just have a YouTube channel here. And people are like, Sharky, you don't get a lot of views like you used to. What happened? And there are ways, you guys, to buy views where your channel won't get banned. And that's what people do. They go to these places, and they do that. But I don't have the money to do that. I'm more into this now as I get older, 60, for art's sake or something. Like I've already had so many channels on YouTube banned, deleted, and dude, there's a part of me that just doesn't care anymore or something, or maybe someday I will, or I don't know. But Cheap Trick, I will always care about this band. But I like the Tubes, Fee Waybill, those guys, Bill Spooner, much more. And that's a dirty little secret around Los Angeles, you guys, to compare the two bands. It's not true. I'm not the world's biggest Cheap Trick head. I like Bowie more than this. Now, when these guys later on would hit with just a spectacular song, like The Dream Police or, I mean, dude, these guys would come to have their string of big hits and albums that got better and better. People say Heaven Tonight is so great. Oh, it's so awesome. It is, you guys, but there's something empty and plastic about this band. That could be why you love them so much. If they only had more meat and potatoes, you guys, I believe that. That being said, I really love this band, you guys, and I play their music, listen to it in headphones, and it was maybe in the top 5 bands that inspired GE. And you can hear it in a bunch of songs. Star, Brandy, It Ain't Easy, She's a Bitch. Maybe even Precarious, Racers, Snake. You hear the skeleton, or maybe the skeletal remains of Cheap Trick. Just one of those bands, you guys, that Clark the Shark really loves. Right here on the Clark the Shark shit show, from the fabulous golden EIB shitrophone, you guys. I want to retire the shitrophone, but I can't. Cheap Trick won't let me. This debut album, 1977, right in the middle of punk rock, punkers, real punkers from back in the day would argue, like, this is not punk. This is metal, rock and roll, garage, heavy rock. You guys, this isn't anything. I can't put my finger on. This is not punk. This is not metal. This is not grunge. This is not indie. This is not new wave. This is not electronic. This is not garage. I don't know what the fuck this is, you guys. It was a whole new sound, a brand new revolution that changed everything. And all it needed, baby, was a few hit songs sprinkled in. And baby, eventually, this band would do that right here on the Clark the Shit Show. The fabulous Shark Radio, baby. Cheap Trick. I'm going to review all their albums again on this channel. There won't be many reviews happening over at that other channel, you guys, the Hagen's Clark Gmail one. That channel has, I think, 3 strikes, and it's about to go off the air. They haven't taken it down, but they will. I don't know why. I don't know what it is I say that is so offensive, or I'm not putting any links. There's no gaming, there's no crypto, there's no casinos, there's no anything. Now my videos have nothing, no links to even Blogger or Vimeo or GE Greenhouse Effect music or song videos. None, 0. And I keep getting this thing where copyright or that's their excuse, to get rid of a channel. Copyright. I don't even, dude, what does that even mean? Showing a picture of this Cheap Trick is a copyright violation? Really, YouTube? I mean, geez. But I'll say this much, you guys. I want you young people who are only 18 years old right here, December 7th, Saturday, 2024, a day that will live forever in infamy. It was the day Japan attacked us, the United States, and began basically World War II. I mean, it was already going over in Europe, but I guess on December 7th, 1941, that's where that's where all the wars began. The wars to end all wars. 9/11, Vietnam, Korea, the Cold War with Russia. It all began when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on this day, some, I don't know, 70 years ago or 70, dude, I guess it was 80 years ago. I'm not sure. But yeah, you guys, a shark that will live in infamy forever. If you're only 17 and here in 2024, I guess you were born in 2007 or I'm not sure, you guys. But you, young person, go and buy Cheap Trick at iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. And I'm not saying that so that my channel will stay up and it looks like I'm a shill for Tommy Mottola or Irv Azoff or, Clive Davis or whoever, David Geffen. Fuck all them, you guys. They are bean counters, lawyers, project managers gone mad who have taken the music and exploited it. And in some cases, like the Universal Fire 2008, they burned it. Maybe on purpose and intentionally, if you will, they Epsteined and illuminated the music. And maybe in that vault at Universal MCA Geffen or whatever the fuck it was, a little bit of Cheap Trick might have been burned. I'm not sure, you guys, if they are part of that cabal, MCA or whatever. But I can guarantee you, if they are/were, their music was burned. And maybe even I, yours truly, Clark the Shark, they would take my demo tapes I mailed to them back in the 80s, GE, the Greenhouse Effect, and they stored them at that vault at, I guess it was Universal City out there, 2008. And much like The Who and all those bands, Blake Douchebag, anyone who was ever on a part of the MCA Universal family, if you will, their music was torched, burned, and not washed, you guys. And I am hoping, I don't know what label Cheap Trick was even on, you guys, but if they were on MCA, their music is gone now. And they're going to have to reach out to the public or somebody in Hollywood, some producer, forgotten publicist, attorney, lawyer, management, and find their lost tapes. Dude, when you're on a tape search looking for music, it's a sad thing right here on the Clark the Shit Show. There are tapes of mine missing from my storage unit in Vista right now. I don't know where they are, if they exist, if they're burned, or just at a garage sale or lying in a gutter somewhere, ruined. I don't know. And many tapes I mailed away. Maybe I didn't inspect the cassette to make sure what's on side one, what's on side two, good enough. There are Clark the Shark songs out there, you guys, not just in the South Bay, but all over the country. And I hope you can find them, but definitely go looking for Cheap Trick, the debut album, punk rock, you guys, or hard garage pop, rock, polished yet not polished, angry, dark, yet very fun rock and roll that would get much better later on, like we all would, when producers and managers and A&R guys and people start whispering, Sharky, you got to write better shit. Well, just like Cheap Trick, you guys, I would go on to do that. She's a bitch, and Then You Live, and others. But I got it all from Cheap Trick, baby. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Buy this album. These guys are weird, strange, alien. The two guys are not from Earth. Bunny Carlos is from if Puerto Rico was a planet outside of our solar system. And Rick Nielsen is, dude, he's not even human. That's not human. He's like a frog on acid or, an owl that is wounded, yet on mushrooms or something. Dude, it's just a fucking weird band. And yet they went on to be very commercial at the top of the radio, baby. They did. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Go and buy them. And I'm out of here. Peace.